Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alrighty, so we've got a couple of PCs to repair tonight. Today has been a bit of a clusterfuck today actually, if I do say so myself. It's got nothing. Has had nothing to do with me, and a lot of it has had to do with Umart. So I took a few people's orders yesterday for new PCs, and there are a number of Black Friday deals that I had from Umart to be purchased. Umart have had their credit card payments offline all day. They've only just put them up again in the last hour. So unfortunately, to reserve everyone's stock, I've had to buy everything on direct debit. So they won't give me the stock until those payments have cleared. Now I did think ahead, and I've only actually paid for a few orders. I've got a couple that I haven't paid for yet. I've just reserved the stock so we didn't miss out on any of the pricing that I'd offered customers. So I'm going to try to still have a PC build on for tomorrow night as part of all that. But yeah, it seems that Umart seems to be under attack, because on Friday they had an issue with their website. It was like a DDoS attack kind of thing, where they basically just crashed the website when you tried to access it. That was going on for about half the day, and then all day today they've had their credit card and PayPal payment portal taken offline. It's Black Friday weekend. Like, one issue on one day is one thing. Issues 2 days in a row is another thing.
Tim?
What's up?
Fino says ahoy hoy there to interesting, like way bad timing though, fella. World Cup Aussie match about to kick off.
Oh yeah, but I mean, how many people interested in PC builds are interested in soccer?
Probably a few.
I don't know. People that play Call of Duty care about World Cup. 80% of people who watch this just want to build a PC to play Call of Duty. So as long as the Call of Duty people are willing to check it out. No, I mean, it's Saturday night. It's not the best night for a live stream because it's Saturday night. People go out and do things. But I've got a couple of PCs that are due for repair. So the first one is Zane's PC.
Matthew says you would be surprised.
I'd be surprised, yeah, probably.
My brother, he's like right into soccer, and he loves playing video games as well.
There you go.
He loves his
Shows how ignorant I am. I'm socially ignorant. Don't mind me. I'm just
Well, how
I'm a
many
loser.
soccer games are there? Like there'd be quite a few, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I just never played. Yeah.
Damien says, hey, I have the Antake case for the build you've done for me. Just wondering how I change the front fan RGB colors. Is there an app or something I choose?
Yeah, so your fans should be controlled by whatever RGB software comes with your motherboard. So if you don't know what it is, just send me a message and let me know what motherboard you got. I won't remember your motherboard off the top of my head or anything like that. Sorry. Okay.
Aaron says, hey Tim, received my PC, just turned on and setting up. Thanks again.
Hey Aaron, no worries. Yeah, so Aaron got express shipping. He's up in Gladstone, and it should have been there yesterday, but like I said to him, it's probably just the contractor in your area wasn't able to pick up that round of parcels and get out to your address. Might be doing it tomorrow, because sometimes the contractors in the rural areas that they got their own lives and stuff. It's usually someone who lives in the local area, so something can potentially happen, and maybe they had to go and do another area that day or something like that. Things happen, and sometimes you'll get your parcel post delivered on Saturday. I know that we have a place out on Acreage, and that was the case sometimes there. But it would normally just be 3-day-a-week delivery, and then sometimes you'd get stuff on Saturday bought through. You'd be like, oh, we didn't get it, I guess we gotta wait till fucking next week, and then and then it was like, there's a car coming up the street, and like there's never a car coming up the street. We live in a rural area, on like a dead end road, right? It's like, yeah, that's the mail. Sweet. So we're gonna get our parcel post. Anyway, so let's get on to Zane's PC. Do you want to? I might get Christine to look up a BIOS for this. What motherboard is this? Oh,
It's a
jeez,
motherboard.
it's a motherboard. It's a ROG. I think we're gonna have to power this one on and have a look. So basically, what's happening is it's blue screening. It's blue screening basically as soon as we get into games, according to Zane. So he's had another computer business out to look at it. They like updated drivers and stuff like that and gave it back to him. They're like, yep, it's all sweet. And then it worked for a little while. Now it's just doing the same thing again. So there's obviously some other kind of problem here. So it looks like, what graphics card have we got in there? It looks like a 1070 or something. Yep. Looks like a 1070. And that would mean this is probably a 8th or 9th gen Intel. We've got an NVMe SSD there. We've got a spare NVMe SSD slot. Anyway, let's see what it actually does. And I'll let you know, babe, as soon as I've worked out what motherboard it is. I'll get you to grab a BIOS. Christine's the BIOS lady now. She gets the BIOSes.
It's very exciting.
I know, it's so fun. No, it's a
I
good.
look forward to my time to shine every day.
Okay. So this PC was very, 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 very dusty PC. So it had to get before we worked on it. And yeah, it looks like from the smell it's smoker and dog.
So what am I looking for?
Okay, so we have a ROG Strix B365-G gaming.
What
B365-G.
G gaming?
Yep. Yep, micro ATX board. Yep. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't what I wanted.
What do you mean? That was the right page if you just go to the support tab. So see it says support?
Ah.
Yeah. Always look for that support tab first, and then it will always bring you to this. And if you go to the drivers and tools, you can go that way. Yeah. Scroll up. See it says drivers and tools, BIOS and firmware. Yes, and then you can just click the first one that comes up. That's the easy way of doing it on the ASUS website.
I need something to put it on. Oh,
Yes.
hang on. No, I've got my own.
Oh, you got your own. Very cool. So we have BIOS version 1602. What version's up there? 2208, is it?
Yeah.
2208. So hopefully a bit more of a modern version. What we'll do is we'll close this off and we'll boot into Windows, and we'll see if it can actually fail on us first. Did you share the screen?
Yeah. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
I already had a BIOS on it. From something else. I'm not gonna mess with that.
Um, well, I may want to plug in some Wi-Fi. Sorry, not Wi-Fi, internet. Oh, no. There's the BIOS.
No!
Oh geez, that's downloading lovely and fast up there. Not. Oh god. Avast. Oh. Antivirus software that's a bit malware-ish. Sort of free antivirus software that you shouldn't install. Yeah.
George wants to know, do you think the text that came out to look at the rig would have done BIOS update?
Well, you'd think so, but not necessarily. I know that there'll be a certain tech out there that'll have the rationale of don't bother updating BIOSes for customers. Not on the first call. That's a second or third call thing to do because that's more calls, and also it's risky to do the BIOS update, especially if you're out at the customer's house, because if they lose power, they could brick the motherboard and potentially you'd be up for buying them a new motherboard because it failed while you were working on it.
Since I missed what was wrong with this PC, just joined.
Oh, so this PC, according to the customer, is blue screening. So it's like Heaven setup is done. So apparently it's blue screening as soon as we enter a game. So I'm just gonna open up Heaven here. I'll install it and run it. Yeah.
Daniel says, "What am I? Tinder and search engine?"
Ha. We're not gonna look for that. Alrighty. So I mean, it looks like it's running Heaven fine. Fans on our graphics card are spinning.
Click on the benchmark.
And sorry, I don't have hardware monitor and reader tuner and everything installed for this. I'll have to look at that tiny
Have you
little.
turned the sound down?
No. I mean, this isn't really about performance. We're running it for stability's sake. I would like to see it blue screen before I do everything, but yeah.
Raise games so slow. Wish I had any PC. Too expensive though.
Uh-huh. that's not good. Okay, so what have we got here? Let's see if I can open up some of his games. Alright, so let's open up Apex Legends here quickly. So, I don't want to like load up an actual game. Now I haven't played this game for ages. Apex Legends. No. I don't need. I don't need it. I don't need it for much. I just want to open it up, and I just want to see the PC blue screen on me. That's basically it. Because I like to find the problem, and then do something and stop the problem from happening again. That's ideal. Because if I just do stuff and then don't get the problem, then it's like, I think it's fixed. I think it's all good. It'll do its thing. Mine's red switch, I think. So I mean, look, I'm walking around. We're not blue screening. And this should be, this is a DirectX 12 game, isn't it? Wonder if Zane's in the comments, he can give me a little bit more insight as to when it was crashing on him. What he was doing exactly. Yeah.
Steve wants to know how's the temp on the CPU and GPU running.
Pump on the coolers running well.
What game are you playing again?
This is Apex Legends. I'm just walking around here. I'm not doing anything.
We're not sure on how much this PC was.
This is a PC that's been bought in for repair. It's not one that I built. Well, look, you know, I'm not here to run around. I'm not here to run around in a game. So.
Vianor says Tim Gaming, amazing.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, look. Let's exit out of that. Let's have a quick look through our installed programs. We'll make sure this is Windows 11 compatible. It will be after our BIOS update. Yes. We don't want Avast free antivirus. Switch to passive mode. Okay. Okay, Windows security turned back on. Okay, anything else in here looking amiss? Hey, can you go back to that ASUS page?
Just fucking closed it.
Oh, it'll be in the history.
Yeah, I know. Which one? The motherboard?
Yeah. I just want to see if it has, if you go over, not to the BIOS version, go into the software. Go, yeah, drivers and tools. Windows 10. Scroll down. Is like Armory Crate? Does it work with this motherboard, or are we too old? It should be fine. Scroll down, further. Utilities, Armory Crate. Yeah, okay. So we can update the BIOS and we can put Armory Crate on here, and we can make sure that the correct firmware. No, it's okay. I can do it. I can do it all on here. So I'll make sure that all the correct motherboard firmware is installed. We'll get the new BIOS version. We'll get the new Intel ME drivers on it. We'll do what we can there. So let's start with an update. So we'll get this Windows update done. Then we'll update the BIOS on this thing. And then we'll install Armory Crate. And yeah, I mean, nothing else here looks amiss. Okay, so we want to go to advanced mode. We want to go to our tools. And we want to go to our Easy Flash utility. And there is our BIOS. Jesus, that's from... We got a BIOS from June 2020. It's nearly December 2022, so that's what, like 2.5 years? Geez, pro tip, if your customer's having a problem with random blue screen issues and shit like that, fucking update their BIOS. Pro tip. Just cover all bases. Yeah.
Do Carl ask you to check the maintenance and reliability history?
Oh, I don't think there'll be any such proper maintenance.
Security.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any such history with this. I mean, it was very, very dusty when I got it. I mean, the dust could have potentially caused a problem. It was that dusty. You know it's pretty dusty when the blanking panels on the back there, the slats in the blanking panels are all completely covered with dust. And when you blow air into the case, dust comes out this dust filter the other way. Like bits of confetti coming out the dust filter the wrong way. Oh, it's like caked on around the cable.
Oh,
Check
okay.
this out.
Where? Which cable?
On the fan there. On the side wall.
Ooh.
How good's that?
Yum yum.
Alright. We've flashed a new BIOS.
Tip.
Yeah.
Because it's not still Windows, you gotta search for it. That's how I tried identifying blue screen codes I was getting. It tells you every blue screen and code for it. File it for.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh no. The thing I don't like about blue screen codes is it can be multiple different things that cause it. It can say memory, and then you don't know whether it's the slot on the motherboard or the actual memory. So, what have we got here for our memory? We've got an XMP profile there. We'll see if that runs nicely. But there's our latest version of BIOS. Yeah.
Oh dear, I never knew Christine was a ringer. I dye my hair this colour. I like orange. In fact, I bought some new hair dyes.
That might actually be a good video to do
What?
on the Windows maintenance log.
Mm.
Can you write that down? There's in that folder. There's a thing.
I know.
Sorry, thanks for bringing that up, because that's an excellent video topic to cover.
What was it?
Windows maintenance log. I'll know what it is. Alrighty. Okay, so I've just got the one disc. There's nothing else connected to it. No misbehaving devices being detected or anything like that. Alright, so this was a B365-G gaming, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just checking it. Sometimes it shows an NVIDIA error, etc.
Yeah, okay. The thing is, I didn't get any error when I opened up Apex or when I ran Heaven, so it's just like I'm mainly concerned about Intel ME drivers. Like the rest of these, fine. I mean, I don't really want to go through an Armory Crate install. It's a real pain in the ass piece of software. I don't think there's any addressable RGB or anything like that. We need to extract. When you're ready. Okay. So we've definitely got our ME drivers. So we'll be compatible with Windows 11 now, after that BIOS update. If we were to run PC health check, that would come up.
So you said your keys are red switch, aren't
Yeah, mine are red switch, I'm pretty sure. Just a second, I'll tell you. Yeah, red switch.
they? Yeah, cool. So Sorry, I'm looking at keyboard.
Yeah, I figured as much. You're asking me about switches. Yeah, I mean everything looks cool. We've got 22H2 on here. I mean, it's never encouraging when we can't find the we can't see the actual blue screen occurring when we're running things. It's usually the easiest way. Where am I? Superposition. Let me just run this one slightly different kind of benchmark. Definitely 100% DirectX 12. Every computer should have a hardware monitor. GeForce Experience there. Yeah.
Pete says hi to Christine.
Who was that?
Pete.
Hey Pete, how you going? Good to have you with us.
I'm actually curious what blue screen are if you like just quick start and start typing security and quick security maintenance and cloud screens and view reliability history. Be interesting to see.
I know another way of getting into these logs, but I don't really want to do it like right now. I want to make a video for it. These is just from today, a couple of old ones there. So, look, I'm going to run this. I don't think we're going to be able to recreate the problem, which is not ideal, but we've taken a few things out of the equation there. We've got a more recent BIOS on there. Definitely got Intel ME drivers on there. which can cause an issue. One thing is I got the Corsair memory. There could be some updates for that, but I mean it shouldn't. If it's causing an issue from memory errors, you should be seeing it while we're running these benchmarks. Okay. Well, look, I mean, it's not misbehaving for us now. I mean, the only thing I did to it before I got it was cleaned it. So I removed a lot of dust. There was a lot of dust inside the case. So perhaps it was overheating, but I don't think so. The pump's running. I don't even need to see it in hardware monitor. I can feel the flow of liquid through the hoses. Feel the vibration of the working pump versus a dead pump. Yeah.
That's interesting. Hopefully you're able to make it blue screen. I hate when things don't do what they say.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it happens all the time. It happens all the time, man. Because it can be almost anything that'll cause potential blue screen error. I've seen random codes telling me it's one thing, and then it turns out to be something completely unrelated. I never let anything get in the way. Basically, I don't believe it until I've confirmed it myself. If it hasn't been ruled out yet, then it's potentially on the table. I mean, this is running through completely fine. I mean, normally we'll do this sort of stuff, and the biggest test is giving it back to the customer and letting them use their PC for a few days after we've done a few things like this, and they can tell you properly whether it's happened before. Because I mean, we had another guy up down here before. We did a few updates and changed a few things around. There was some software that we shouldn't be running and all that. We changed that, and it seemed to have made a difference. I'll do a little final reboot on it. Okay. Where are we? So let's just have a quick look at our storage device and crystal disk info. Yeah, it's in good condition. So it's an NVMe SSD, PCIe Gen 3. No problems. And there's my SSD here. plenty of data being read off that first one in a short amount of time. Hang on a second, this is a little bit strange. 16,400 gigabytes.
No internet access.
The fuck?
I have no internet. Oh, wait. Reckons I'm connected again.
Yep. It's something.
Even though my computer's... Oh, there it goes. Stupid thing.
Okay. So that's a little bit of a red flag there. That's a fair bit of work to the drive. Power on count 973. Versus 5,216. Granted, this isn't a boot drive. Those numbers do look a little bit high for this. So take with that what you do. No supported driver updates. We're in the latest BIOS version. There's all of our stuff. All fine. Got the latest version of Windows there. And just so everyone can see that we're definitely all good for Windows 11. It'll take a little while for this to update here in Windows Update. But with this app here, we can see that, yeah, we're ready for Windows 11 now. So if you want a slightly buggier version of Windows 10, by all means, update to Windows 11. I use it every day, and I'm like, Windows 11, the slightly less reliable version of Windows 10. Why do I subject myself to this? And why do I do it? I do it for you. Alright, well, look, let's get on to the second PC, and what we might do is,
Maybe it was blue screen because it was overheating. Because of all the fucking dust.
yeah, maybe. Let's just be really thorough here. So let's turn this over to a stress test, and we'll run the stress test on it for a little bit, and we'll come back to it because we've got a second PC to diagnose now as well.
I think I found a keyboard for me.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it on the screen.
I have been looking at other ones, and I was looking at other ones between 150 and 170, and I'm like, and the reviews were like meh on those ones, and I'm like, if I want to spend like money on a keyboard, I might as well spend just a little bit more on a good one.
Just remember, babe, that my keyboard cost like $80. Okay. Do you like my keyboard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Who makes something?
it's Red Dragon. It's just a Chinese brand.
I was looking at Cherry.
Yep.
There's a Cherry MX 3.0. Cheaper. I can get it at Umart as well,
Oh, yeah.
so I can
Pick it up locally.
have it tomorrow.
I don't need to do a full 90-minute stress test on it. I just want to make sure it survives. Oh, the 6-core, 6-thread CPU. Okay. Let's put you out of the way. And we got PC number 2. So I believe this PC has come straight up from Radiant and it's like a dead on arrival situation because it's very, very clean in here. Yeah, if this has been on, it's maybe been on a couple of times.
Can we see the inside?
And it's already dead. So it looks fairly modern. Looks like an Asus B550M. And looks like a GTX 1660 Super. Or 1660 Ti Tough Gaming. It's like 16 gigabytes of RAM, Kingston NVMe SSD. Okay. Let's move over to the second one. Let's see what it's doing or what it's not doing. Okay, power on. Okay, so our graphics card fans are on max. It's just making a whole heap of noise. And not much else. Okay. Getting nothing from the clear CMOS header, so it's not clearing CMOS. The graphics card is just fucking howling away back there. Okay. So what have we got? We got a dead graphics card, or do we have a dead motherboard? It's most likely one of the two. So let's bring over my trusty test bench. So this is a Lian Li D11 Mini that had damaged panels and ended up becoming my test bench. So we got a old optical drive there on the side. We've got our excellent hardcore GT 710 with the 4 display outputs there. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to chuck... Oh, we're going to chuck this graphics card onto the test bench and see whether it behaves the same as when it's on this motherboard. And then we're going to try the GT710 here from the test bench on the other PC there to confirm whether it's just an issue with the slot or whether it's an issue with something else on the motherboard. So because the graphics card was making a whole heap of noise before, I'm going to start by checking it out over here. Oh, why is that not slotting in nicely for me? Oh, we were catching on one of the plugs there on the back of the graphics card. Alrighty. So like I said here, we got like a GTX 1660 or a 1660 Super or something. So let me just... pull this one over. So we've had a change of our test bench hardware before. We've now got a hardware band motherboard and SSD Warzone hardware band. So it's no good to anyone. So if someone steals this, ooh, okay, no. Look at that, it's posting straight away. No problems. And we're going to boot straight up into Windows probably. Windows installed on here properly yet. If I do, I think it might still be the customer's old install of Windows. Okay, that was... Now it's doing the same thing. And there it goes. And bang, we're in Windows. Okay. So let's plug in this GT710 card over here. So luckily it doesn't seem like there's a power issue or anything, because this GT710 is a non-powered card. So that wouldn't be too good if if we had a bad power supply. I wanted to test that. So power on. No loud fans with this one because it's a GT710. And show me a post. Let me chuck a diagnostic speaker onto the header. So still no response from the power button. I don't even think we're getting that far into the post where the speaker's going to indicate. We're getting an issue straight away. So I wonder if the issue is... Oh, no. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, what's the old... What would that be? That sounds like memory. Okay. Well, we're getting somewhere. Now I want to see what it does with a different power supply connected. Now you might be thinking, what makes me think it's power supply? It's turning on, isn't it? Well, the power supply puts out power to different things at different wattages. So, sorry, different voltages, I should say, and of course, by extension, different wattages. But we want to make sure that it's putting out all the right power to all the right places at all the right times here. So we're going to plug in my test power supply here, and so I got a new one because the power supply I've got here is like a good quality unit here with a 10-year warranty. It actually died on me, and so I got a full refund at the price I paid for it a few years ago, and because it's a few years old and it's still on the market, it's cheaper now. So I got a full refund and I got like $50 back in my pocket when the power supply died. So I was cheering. All right, so let's turn her on. Different power supply this time, so we want to hear those beeps again. Okay, beeps again. So one thing I do know about this, so based on that, we're pretty much good to say that the power supply in here is okay. I'm pretty happy with the graphics card there, plugging it into another motherboard. It posted, it booted up. Okay, happy days. So I got the memory, the CPU, and the motherboard. So I've been told that they've checked the memory. Oh, geez, the memory wasn't even plugged in properly.
Oh fuck.
Both the DIMMs weren't sitting in the slots properly. I just touched it there.
Or maybe that might be.
That'll have something to fucking do with it. Jesus, did all that for nothing. All that for nothing. And we're going to post. Show me a post. There's a post. That bip. Okay, what do we got? B550M-A. Do you want to grab another BIOS, babe?
Yes.
Because you're the BIOS, babe. Which one can I unplug?
The grey, that one.
Alright, so we've got a B550M-A Wi-Fi 2. Wi-Fi 2? Yep. Drugs and tools.
No, wait.
So look, I think this is just a case of it's you know, maybe they had the power, maybe they had the cable hooked up to the wrong thing, maybe they took the RAM out and just didn't plug the RAM back in properly, and then I don't know.
Oh, whoops, wrong.
Do you think you put the file on the desktop?
Yeah, I think so. Now I can't find it.
Just extract it again. Or can't you see it on the desktop?
Sorry. Ah, there it is. Aha.
Alrighty.
Aha. I did a thing.
I did some stuff. Things. I recommend it.
Dude, Carl says BIOS babe, love BIOS. So if you need to get a custom shirt for Christine that has BIOS babe on it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I love that. Do you like that, babe?
Yeah, I kind of do actually. At least I have glitter on.
Alrighty. So version 0303 to 2803. We'll get all that up to date as well while we're here. But looks like we can plug back in our initial graphics card, and it looks like, yeah. You know what's probably happened here? I don't have all the details from this customer. This has been referred to me by Radium PC down in Melbourne. It's one of their customers. I think he shipped him the PC. The PC is perfectly fine because it's from the guys at Radium. Like they are like me. They have the same knowledge and skill set that I do. Okay. I've seen these guys' builds. They've seen my builds. We look after each other's customers, you know, with New South Wales in between us. So I trust these guys that they're not shipping PCs out to people that like with RAM not plugged in and stuff like that. Potentially, what's happened is this customer's come along and plugged into the HDMI port on the back of the motherboard, and then has been like, oh, it's not working, and called them up, and they've done some support, and you know, maybe before they worked out he was plugged into the wrong port. Maybe pulled the RAM out and then plugged it back in, but not fully plugged it in all the way because both the DIMMs were just sitting there in the slot. The bottom clip was like one of the, it's not even a clip, it's just the, yeah, it's got a clip on one end at the top, the other half you just sort of put it in place and it holds it in place. So come on, this is taking ages. Okay. So over on the test bench here, we don't need this plugged in anymore. Oh, we're missing a clip on the end of that. That's okay, I don't need a clip on that. Alrighty, so we've got the latest version of BIOS there on that motherboard. So hopefully that relieves any other potential issues that could come up in the future with this one. But that's all good. Radium will be happy to hear that they don't have to buy a new graphics card or a new motherboard or even new memory for this customer, it seems. And so yeah, this will be already ready for collection tomorrow. Both of these will. Happy days. And this is good. These little repairs and stuff from time to time, you know, that I don't make much money on them, but they're worthwhile, you know. Do a couple of repairs, got a few extra days worth of food and stuff, you know. It all adds up. And you get to have a little bit of an insight as to what it's like actually fixing these things and working out what's wrong. Okay. It's a coming. Yep.
Hey Tim, with you and Radium helping each other out, how did warranty repair the cost when you repair Radium PC? They paid Tim.
Yeah. So like I would. So if there was an issue, a major issue with a customer that we can't solve any other way, and it needs another tech to look at it, then I'll pay Radium to look at my customers' PCs for them. So George is probably in the comments potentially right now. He's had major issues with his PC, and it was stuff that I couldn't really just work with him on and get him to do. He really needed to bring it to another tech to look at, and so I sent him over to Radium because he's down in Melbourne, and he would have had some stuff done. I think he had, I can't even remember what it was, but there was a problem with some component, a power supply or something like that, and we swapped it out for a new one and got him on his way, because I mean obviously a power supply replacement was going to be a little bit too much to ask of the average customer. Yeah.
Yeah, Duke says okay, I see, that's great.
Yeah, so...
George says Radium are excellent.
Yeah, exactly. So we look after each other, you know, small businesses and stuff.
PSU, babe.
Yeah, PSU. I thought so. You know, we went with all good quality parts in George's PC, even like a power supply with a 10-year warranty. I stress test it, do all that, I send it off, and then it still dies on him. George messages me. I'm like, George, are you serious, or are you just trying to mess with me? No. I knew it was pretty serious. That's why I was like, yep, nah, I'm biting the bullet here. Gonna send it to Radium, have those guys have a look at it, and that's gonna make everyone's life a lot easier, you know. Okay. So we can go ahead and activate the XMP profile on this. We can go save and close, and we should be booting into Windows now. And then I'll restart it, turn it off, and I'll plug the original power supply back in, the original graphics card back in, and we'll get it booting up again. And if that's the case,
Happy days.
yeah, happy days. So other PC there on the floor that we're doing the stress test on, that's still going. So we'll have a look at that once we confirm this is okay. But I'm thinking this is going to be fine now. Because my understanding was that it wasn't posting. And now it's definitely posting. Alright, so the customer's been in this a little bit and he's had some problems with it. Okay, that's a little bit different to my scenario there that I suggested. Maybe this really was something that was fixed by reseating the RAM. Oh. What? Okay. Oh, I actually screwed that in. So we'll chuck back in the GT710, and we'll chuck back in our GTX 1660 or similar. And we'll plug back in power from the motherboard. We'll unplug my power supply. Back in our original power supply. Well, I'm pretty confident that everything here works as intended and we don't have any other problems to address. Yeah.
Just said it was fixed the same day while he waited.
Yeah. Yep, they'll do the same sort of stuff I'll do. I try to work out with my customers same day repairs or next day repairs. If the customer's got like an hour or more to travel to get here, I do my best to try and sort them out on the same day. Like where we are here at Underwood, there's a whole heap of different food places and all that around. You can get whatever you want around here in some form. So there is every sort of food you can imagine within 15-20 minutes drive. So if you have to wait a little bit for your PC to be repaired, there's definitely somewhere for you to wait that's, you know, tasty. Okay. And listen to that. Bip. We put a little post-beep speaker in there so the customer will always know that there's a problem, and will always get that indication as to where the problem is. So if it's a memory, we'll hear that same bip, bip, bip sound that it made.
Tim, Fiona was giving the soccer update.
Oh, soccer update. How we going?
1-0 half-time. Australia's winning.
Ooh, very nice. I'd like to see Australia winning. Okay. Whoop. Okay.
I think I found the keyboard.
Oh yeah.
Cheaper than your one, but it's
Oh,
red
yes.
switch,
Red switch. Yes, very nice.
and it has full like media stuff, and it's got a full numpad and all that jazz.
Yep, yep.
It has a calculator button. Yay.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's have a look and see how our first one's going. Open up in blue screen. No. How's our temperatures going? Don't mind them. Those temperatures there, they won't be connected. This is because this is a micro ATX board. It's cut down, so that's why they're all high. They're the anomalous temperatures. You got to know how to spot an anomalous temperature. Same with this TZ00 and TZ1. I'd say they're also anomalous. We've just got the main board and the CPU socket. Over here we've got our actual CPU temperature there. Hasn't even got over 72 degrees while running this. How's our graphics card gone? Yeah, no issues. GPU can get up to 83 degrees and the hotspot can get up to 100 degrees. So, well, that's all seems to be running fine and exactly as expected. So, well, happy days. Sweet as. Well, look, it's just after 9 o'clock local time. I think we might finish up there for the night. So that was good. We've worked out. Looks like we've worked out the issue with both of these. I think it was just some maintenance and firmware and BIOS related issues with this first one, because all the rest of our hardware is looking nice. It could have also been temperature from the amount of dust that was in it, but like I said, it's been cleaned out and blown out now. So happy days. Yeah. So I think this is where we'll leave it for tonight. So thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all tomorrow in the next video.